Come find me space. I'm wondering if that Nepthia is bothering.
I think so.
We are going to have Michelle in the tank, and there's no way that she could stand where she's basically going to be sending up.
Bingo!
It's another beautiful morning at Polo Reef. Some of the corals pop, and the fish are there to remind Andrew that they're hungry. Patty and Andrew head to the back to prepare a special treat for the fish in the 900-gallon drop-down.
We are feeding the purple queen
And all the other Anthias with eggs, live brine, and a mix of octopods and pack pods, beta brine shrimp, and then there's a new myces that's very small that's in here too.
Oh, nice.
See if I can get them to eat the myces.
Let's see.
The fish seem to love the mixture of foods and keep coming back for more. What started out as a routine feeding led Andrew and Patty to start discussing what corals are available in the lab. Patty is certain more coral can fit, but Andrew, he's not so sure. So the friendly deliberation begins.
Where? Come find me space.
Okay.
Maybe around the edges, but there's just not a lot of room.
It didn't take much convincing, and they quickly formulate a plan.
I guess on the other side of the yellow where
That's what I was thinking.
yeah,
Yes.
with whatever that thing is called. Yeah, you could add that there.
So it's like yellow. So
Yeah.
it almost looks like it's like.
You can add that.
As they discuss where coral can go, they quickly realize there might be some coral warfare taking place. As coral grow, it's common that they begin to fight each other for space. Generally, they will begin to sting each other, which can ultimately kill one of the coral. A newly introduced coral was placed in the 900, but it seems its neighbor doesn't like it, and the green leather, it's not looking too happy.
I'm wondering if that Nepthia is bothering.
I think so.
Is bothering the green. We can push it. We can put. Oh, we can't because there's a chalice there. You want to take it out?
Yeah. I think it's just bothering everything.
Let's take it out. I think it might be bothering that leather.
After removing the troubled coral, it opens up space for a new piece to go in. With limited space, the shape of the coral really dictates if it can fit. It is proving more difficult than anticipated, but after a few tries, Patty nails it.
Bingo!
Now with one piece in, it opens up the floodgates for creativity. Patty and Andrew look at the possibilities like an artist with a blank canvas. There's only one problem. Getting to the bottom of the drop-down cannot be done outside of the tank.
If you wanted to put another piece on the other side of the rock, you could, but someone would have to get in and glue it.
If you remember, not long ago, Michelle had to dive into the tank to build the chalice wall. Getting into this tank, it's a big deal. It's small, and there's a lot that can go wrong. And today, she has to do the same.
Well, we're moving corals because we are going to have Michelle go in the tank to introduce new chalices, and there's no way that she could stand in the tank with all the corals where she's basically going to be sending up.
The team preps the tank for Michelle, and she arrives to discuss the plan with Andrew.
This one right through here because we can't get light there. You might want to take all the purples and move them somewhere and like open up some space.
Today, Michelle is also scheduled to dive into the 17,000-gallon tank for some routine maintenance. With lighting on mine, Andrew notices some corals at the bottom that might be getting too much light and wants her to get some PAR readings as well as move some coral around. Michelle gears up, the team preps for her dive, and she splashes down. PAR readings on scuba are not the easiest to get. Andrew tries to guide her where to read while she tiptoes around the delicate coral. It's a huge balancing act, but she's done this a bunch of times, and she handles it like a true pro.
335s, 350. I want to take that piece out. Take that piece out. Let me put it somewhere else.
As she's testing PAR, Andrew notices a problem on the left side of the tank.
$424. That's 475 right there. 120. Should I take that light and try to turn it right more?
Daylight?
Down. Yeah, it went from no light to crank. It literally went from 500 to 80, the bar. Yes. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I could stick down light.
The middle one, John. The middle one. You see? The one on the three, yeah.
I angled it towards the center a little bit. It's much brighter than that side.
Yeah, and look at that. That became one big column.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It was determined that one of the lights was facing away from the center, making the light intensity uneven, and that led to some bleaching. The fix was to angle the light back to the center. This would spread the light intensity more evenly and promote better growth. Now that the lighting was moved, Michelle went back down and began moving some colonies around to match the new lighting intensity. It's a delicate dance, and she has to maneuver into small, uncomfortable areas while being sure not to break any of the coral. We're always multitasking at Polo Reef. Thanks, Yeltsin. Like a true pro, she moves the colonies around with ease and doesn't harm any coral in the process. Michelle finishes her dive with some routine maintenance by blowing off the coral with some RODI water to remove any detritus from building up. With her mission complete in the 17,000 gallon, it's now time to tackle the 900 gallon dropdown. Michelle wastes no time getting into the 900 gallon dropdown to begin moving coral around. It might be smaller, but working inside the 900 is extremely difficult, and today she'll be put to the test. This is no easy task and can become time consuming. Fitting the coral in like a puzzle piece, then gluing them while in a tight place, it can get exhausting, especially after a long dive in the 17,000 gallon. After hours underwater and her double dive complete, Michelle happily gets out of the tank to rest. Great job, Michelle. Keeping reef tanks of any size, it requires vision, flexibility, and a ton of patience. At Polo Reef, Andrew and the team work well together, with the common goal in mind, and that's to bring the most beautiful mixed reef to life. Today, the team showcased how things that might present themselves as issues can really become opportunities. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to receive alerts on all things happening here at Polo Reef. Until next time.